ഓൾറെഡി എന്നെ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തു. എൻ്റെ പേര് ജിപ്സ ഫാത്തിമ. ഞാൻ കോഴിക്കോടുകാരിയാണ്. ഇവിടെ സോഷ്യൽ വർക്ക് സ്പെഷ്യലൈസിങ് ഇൻ പബ്ലിക് ഹെൽത്ത് ആണ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇയർ ആണ്. ഇപ്പം സെക്കൻഡ് സെമസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. സോ ആദ്യം തന്നെ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു. Sorry?
We have a comment that she don't understand Malayalam, I guess.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Have no issues, then we can switch the language.
Yeah, sure. I had already asked Shoaib about it, and he told me the medium of communication would be Malayalam. Sorry, that's why I went in like that. Okay, so we can go in English if everybody else is comfortable, or I'll go bilingual. Please tell me if everybody else are comfortable in English. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, it would be great if other participants could tell me that everybody else are comfortable in English. Okay. Okay, so I think majority are comfortable in English, so we can go in English. So first I was asked to introduce TISS generally before going into social work specifically. So yes, Mithun? Okay, sorry, I think it was a mistake. So to talk about TISS, can I have the next slide? I think Shoaib had already prepared specific slides for the same. Yeah, so when we look into TISS, that is Tata Institute of Social Science, it is a central government funded, deemed to be university under the UGC Act. There have been many aspirants who believe that TISS is a private university, but that is not the case. It is a public university. It is a completely central government funded university with a separate governing body, and it's not yet recognized as a central university, but is a deemed university. So it is Asia's oldest institute for social work, and had begun as a Sir Dorabji Tata Graduate School of Social Work back in 1946 in the Nagpada region in Mumbai itself. So now TISS has 4 campuses, that is its main campus in Mumbai, then the other off campuses in Guwahati, Tuljapur and Hyderabad. So that the total 4 campuses, and offers various programs including BAs, MAs, MPhils and PhD courses, and other certificate programs and research programs as well. So all these programs encompasses different area of studies, including social science, management and labor studies, psychology, social work, health systems, education, law, etc. So the courses that goes in a mostly interdisciplinary and varying in nature, specific to social science field. It's not like it only offers social work. It has a whole lot of management programs that are very well renowned. So there are many aspects that make TISS one of the most unique institutes in India. Like when you ask why TISS, there are certain points that we always should keep in mind. The one that I've already explained is the interdisciplinary nature of the programs that is offered in TISS. You cannot specify any of the programs in TISS as going to a specific discipline, even if it's social work, even if it's something like disaster management, even if it's something related to so streamlined as we can call a psychology course. All of these are very much interdisciplinary, borrowing from each of the social science fields. For example, as a social work student, I study things not just from social work. I borrow from psychology, I borrow from management. The course is in such a way that it's very much interdisciplinary in nature. Then the second point that we have to emphasize while talking about TISS is its importance given to fieldwork and practical based, knowledge. Almost all the courses in TISS has an element of practicality into it. Fieldworks and practical experiences are valued the most in TISS, and this can be very evident if you look into the syllabus of each program. And the diversity and exposure you get from TISS is something that is very unique. The kind of students that will be there in the campus, you will be interacting with from various disciplines, from various parts of the country, and even international students. That exposure and diversity is a big factor that makes this very unique from other institutes. Then there are many student exchange programs, as well as other vibrant programs, including conferences and seminars that happen throughout the campus, be it in the 4 campuses. So these are the major factors that make this unique from other institutes, I would say. Then when we talk about the faculty that TISS is offering, uh, all of them are not just qualified, but are experienced. Like, as I told you, TISS emphasizes on its practical knowledge in fieldwork. The teachers, the faculty who are teaching us are also very much experienced in that sense. So that is a big boon in the faculty here. And when it comes to the faculty, we should also talk about MA research. Like, to get your MA degree, you have to complete a research, and that research, you'll have a specific research guide from your center, as well as fieldwork supervisors for your fieldwork. And apart from this, you'll get teaching assistants and their tutorials. Mostly, they'll be the PhD scholars under your specific teachers. Then when it comes to the syllabus and tests, it is a bit academic rigor you will have to expect. It is a bit hectic, but it is a blend of practice and theory, as I've already mentioned, and with a focus on research and fieldwork. Then when we talk about the infrastructure in the campus, the hostel facility has to be talked about. This is a residential campus, especially the Mumbai campus is a residential campus. There are hostel facilities available for students based on the income barrier. Then there is library. There are online resources as well as offline libraries. Then you will have access to most of the online spaces where you are available, where you'll get available research materials through your TISS mail ID as well. Then there is a medical center and counseling center in campus, as well as a gymkhana. Then even though TISS is not to have, TISS also has scholarships and financial support for the students by the institute, as well as in cooperation with some other organizations and foundations. So this is about TISS in general. Now talking about social work in specific, sports. Yeah, since it's we are focusing on a master's level program, yes, TISS do have sports. It happens TISS do have a sports secretary from the student union rep. They conduct sports and the activities take place, but mostly we can see that compared to the UG courses, PG courses tend to focus on the academic rather than the cultural aspect. That is actually evident here as well. Then when we, I think we can address the questions at the end after every program, because it will interrupt the timing. So when we look into the social work of aspect, as I've already mentioned, TISS is Asia's oldest social work institute. It is the first time India was introduced to professional social work, and it was this very institute that began the School of Social Work in the country. And for the School of Social Work, even as I've told, across 3 of the campuses, this offers social work. In Mumbai, there are 9 specializations of social work offered. In Guwahati, they have 3 specializations now. And in Tuljapur, there is 1 specialization of social work offered. Any student who have a bachelor's in any of the program, any of the disciplines, can apply for the Master of Arts in Social Work instead. There is no eligibility of having a particular bachelor's for social work. Then when we here the except the Tuljapur campus's social work program, that is MA in social work rural development, all other courses in CUET comes under COQP 11. That is a paper course, COQP 11. But the rural development social work specializing in rural development from Tuljapur comes under HUQP 21. That is something as CUET students you have to be very careful about. When we specifically talk about the specializations that is being offered in TISS, you have to select it prior to getting into this. It's not like after getting into social work you select it. It's that the interview procedure is very different for each of the course, because under School of Social Work, each of these comes under different centers, and the faculty in itself is different. So it is very important that you know which specialization you want, which thematic area that you are interested in. But for the entire School of Social Work, you have many shared courses, shared subjects that you'll be learning, shared papers that you'll be doing. Especially in the first year, most of the papers are shared papers with all the other specializations. Myself, I'm doing social work in public health. But for my initial first semester, most of my classes were with my, with students from all the other specializations. You will be made into cohorts in which all the 9 specializations will be there. I'm talking about the Mumbai campus thing. So similarly, in Guwahati also, there will be a mix of all the semesters for your, all the specializations for your shared classes, like the where you learn the basics of social work. But for your thematic, there will be an extra one paper in for specific to your thematic in the first semester, 2 papers specific to your thematic in the second semester, and all the papers of your third and fourth semester will be specific to your thematic. So that is how this goes. When we look in detail to the thematics, as you can see, there are 9 specializations that are offered in TISS Mumbai. All of these, in this, one of the most demanded and often competitive of them is CODP, that is Community Organization and Development Program, Development Practice. We can see many people applying for that, many inquiries coming in for that. And even in terms of placement, we can say that they have a slight upper hand compared to other courses, but placement comes for the entire School of Social Work. The career guidance and placement cell of the School of Social Work brings in placement for the entire campus, but still CODP course, which encompasses majorly the community organization part, has a slight upper hand because of their specific thematic. Then, if you're looking into going abroad and pursuing studies there, I would suggest mental health and public health courses with a slight upper hand in that sense. So deciding which thematic you want, which area you're interested in is very important. For that, I would request all of you to go into the syllabus in the site and understand the difference between each and decide upon that. Then, yeah, that is pretty much about social work. And as I already told you, there is a career guidance and placement cell when it comes to, and yeah, the foreign exchange program in social work is only offered to CODP, the one I have already told about, that is Community Organization and Development Program. Then in terms of field work, throughout social work course, all the 4 semesters you have field work. The first 2 semesters, your fieldwork will not be specific to your thematic. It will be from other 8 thematics. For example, if you belong to public health, your fieldwork placement for the first and second semester will be from any other specialization than public health and mental health, for that one. So this is, but in the third and fourth semester, that is the second year, you'll have a fieldwork that is specific to your thematic. So that is how fieldwork goes. And when it comes to finally the fees, the entire annual fee, total 2 year fee for school social work is 1,49,000 in TISS. In the first year, you have to pay 81,000 for a semester. First semester it is 52,500. The second semester it is 28,500. And for the second year, you have to cumulatively pay 68,000. For the third semester, it is 40,000. And for the fourth semester, it is 28,000. So, but you will get student aid and upfront if you meet the particular income criteria that they are being mentioned. And there are other financial support offered to the students through organizations like Bridge, Alana, Tata Trust, etc. So this is basically a rough overview about social work. So is there anything else that you'd like me to address, Surefa? If so, I can call it in.
No, I guess all the questions are answered. Is there any questions?
I think we can take up the questions after every,
Yeah.
yeah, this is over. Yeah.
Okay. You guys can drop the questions in the comment box. We will address it after the session. Okay, then thank you, Jipsa, for the session. Let's move to the next session. We have Rohan from HRM. I welcome Rohan.
Uh, Hi, yes, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Fine.
Great. Yes, so So I'm actually from the School of Management and Labor Studies. I'm in my second year right now, and I was invited to speak about this entire department and the course that it offers. Um, so the School of Management and Labor Studies has five different courses. One is the Masters in HRM and LR, which is Human Resource Management and Labor Relations. Second is Labor Studies and Practice, LSP. Third is Organizational Development, Change and Leadership, which is ODCL, is called as ODCL. The fourth is Social Entrepreneurship, and the fifth is in Analytics. Analytics and ODCL particularly have been quite recent additions to the School of Management Studies courses. I belong to the HRM and LR course, um, which is known to be one of the like legacy courses in TISS. Um, so I think uh, Fatima covered most like of you know how a TISS curriculum in general looks like, and speaking for at least two or three of these courses, it is quite similar. You have a field practicum that comes along with the curriculum at the end of each semester. In this case, which is like four such field practicum stints in different industries or different companies or different organizations. In the case of social entrepreneurship, you're also required to build a business plan by the end of the course, which will be submitted. Uh, so that so this is the kind of course for those people who are willing to aspire for a startup or at least work in a social sector set up in a more entrepreneurial capacity. With analytics, there is also a summer and there's also a different internship that's done, which is the same with HRM and ODCL and even LSP. There is also a summer internship, which is while not quite part of the curriculum, but offered also in this entire course. Um, so the thing, so the entire approach is again interdisciplinary because we don't just learn HR, or we don't just learn, if someone is a ODCL, you don't just learn the theories there. You also learn through foundational courses that are offered at school level across various schools, which we can choose from. And apart from that, the approach is very much from the lens of social science or from the arts perspective rather than just focusing purely on the theories that are there in the course. And the field work that is added to this is supposed to provide a flavor of how it is like to apply these concepts in an organization context. Uh, so I think that is there about these courses. Speaking for my course, there are four field practicums as I've explained. There's an NGO stint that we do after the fourth semester, and there's a normal summer internship. There are certain electives that we take in the second year that range right from gender and diversity management to negotiation management to industrial relations to consulting. So we get a different kind of industry kind of subjects to learn in this course. And of course, there's a basic concepts of business that we learned in the second semester. Um, One more thing that I would like to talk about when it comes to the management studies uh, department itself is that it is well run by its professors who have been there at this teaching for a very long time. So you might know someone called a Professor Binopal who's led research on social network analysis and in the analytics domain and in the economics domain. You also have a Professor Zubin Mullah who takes care of the leadership or the application of Karma Yoga in a managerial context. So you see a diverse array of professor profiles as well. And one of the best things about this is again that people across the country come in and learn. So the kind of learning you get from your peers is also quite different from any other school who might provide this kind of a course. And when it comes to the fees, I think organizational development, change, and leadership and analytics are self-financed courses. So their breakup is quite different. It's on the higher side. But for the other courses, you generally have to pay in a range of 1.5 to 2 lakhs by the end of the 2 years. with a breakup of 1 and 1 across 2. Apart from that, um, what interesting part that we also learn is that unlike any other schools, we also learn about unions here, especially in HRM, in labor studies and practice. So in LSP, you actually get to work with a trade union as an intern, which is the same with HRM and LR. You actually work in an industrial relations capacity, which means you'll be managing a factory. You know, you will get opportunities like that, which is also similar to ODC. And let me try to understand how you can incorporate changes to an organization structure or to an organization strategy at a factory level. With social entrepreneurship, again, you get a chance to build your own venture in these 2 years. You also have certain internships that you can take up at your own capacity. And I think the best part about these 5 courses is that you get a varied mix of opportunities to explore yourself and understand what works for you. There'll be a lot of things that will be provided to you, and I think that's what stands out for these courses. So yeah, I think this is what it is from my end. Is there anything else that we can take up questions and I can answer them if I'm available. Um, in case if not, then I can just leave my Instagram or leave my number and you can contact me accordingly as well. So yeah,
Okay, fine. Thank you, Rohan.
thank you.
ഓക്കെ, അപ്പം നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ആളിലേക്ക് പോവാം. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടിസ്സിൽ BEd MEd കോഴ്സുകളെ കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഐ വെൽക്കം ഫിദ ഫാത്തിമ.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So Gypsy had already given a brief explanation of Tata Institute of Social Science. So I'm Fida from Calicut, Kerala. So I'm doing BEd and MEd. It's an integrated program offered by Tata Institute of Social Science, mainly in Mumbai campus. So we're talking about education and TISS. Our center has 4 programs in Tata in Mumbai campus. First one is BEd MEd. It's an integrated program with an lateral entry and exit option. The next program is Master of Arts in Education, Master of Arts in Education and Technology, and Master of Arts in Elementary Education. So we are talking about BEd. We all know in other institutes and other states, BEd is offering such as a program which is given a conventional way of teaching method. So when it comes to Tata Institute, we are offering a progressive curriculum which inculcate the student to develop a innovative way in teaching, so that the TISS has a different view in the program offered by Education Department. So while talking about BEd and MEd, there is an exit option after the 2 years of BEd program, and there is an entry option for MEd also. It's a 3-year program. So after BEd, those who are interested can leave the program, and those who are interested to join MEd can join. Those who have with a PG and BEd can join MEd program. Then it's while talking about the fee structure of BEd MEd program. So for the first year, we are taking almost 1 lakh for the 2 semesters. In combining the 2 semesters, we are taking almost 1 lakh in something. So overall, the 3-year, by end of this course, the students have to give for almost 3 lakh in 30,000 over the end of the course. If we are leaving after BEd, it will be so the MEd amount will be deducted from the course fee structure. Then so the exit and entry option is actually a very and also there is an option for taking a gap year after BEd. and you can take MEd after taking a 1 year gap. There is an option for that also given by Mumbai campus, and the Hyderabad campus is also offering Master of Arts in Education. B.Ed and M.Ed is only provided by Mumbai campus. Then then we are talking about if we are talking about the curriculum, there are 4 subjects is offered by B.Ed course. One is English language, then social sciences, and mathematics and sciences. There are 4 subjects which is offering for B.Ed students to there is which is called as pedagogy. There are 4 pedagogy subjects offered by Tata, and then the multiple entry, I already mentioned about multiple entry and exit option. Then there are 50 intakes in B.Ed M.Ed program in Mumbai campus and 30 intake in MA in education. Then we are talking about the placement committee. Our course is a very new course. I think it started only, I'm a 3rd batch of B.Ed and M.Ed. So for the fresh programs, Tata Institute is not offering hostel facilities. So that is one of the drawback of our course, I would say that, because those who are enrolled in B.Ed, M.Ed are not allowed to get hostels because it's a new course. But for Master of Education or Master of elementary education, those people can apply for, who are not are eligible for the hostel facilities. Then as Gypsa mentioned, we are also getting access to library. We are also getting access to different community outreach programs, different internship programs. So even talking from the lens of B.Ed, M.Ed, I would say that this course is already providing an innovative way in teaching of education, and which is providing a multiple opportunity for getting internship and getting a different community outreach program, which is actually a great thing which this program is offering. And also, as you know, that B.Ed program is 1 year theory. Usually the conventional way of B.Ed program is 1 year is theory and 1 year is for school internship. But here what we are doing is we are combining the internship and the theory classes together. So the internship program is in not only in state board schools, we are getting exposure to IB international board schools, and also NCRT, CBSE schools, and different other board of schools. So the students are getting exposure to different climate and different environment, which is another peculiarity of this course. Then placement, as I mentioned, the placement committee, we are a newly launched course. So the placement committee is taking in place only after it's been 2 years that the placement committee is being in place. So we are recruiting the students to the field of education, such as policy developers, uh, especially for school. Because if we are getting M.Ed, we are eligible for policy development. We are eligible for as the other master arts programs like Master of Education. So we are getting placement from policy developers and curriculum designers, school principal posts, and also school teachers and other educational organizations, which is NGOs which is dealing with organization, or also we are sitting for those placements also. If you are completing B.Ed and leaving M.Ed, you can sit, B.Ed students can also sit for placement. That is another peculiarity. So the most of the Master of Education and Master of Education in elementary school courses and B.Ed, M.Ed has the same placement. We are sitting for the placement which is coming for the social work also, because almost all the NGOs are working with education department also. So any NGOs which working with education department, which has a role in policy developers, and we also has a place in to sit in their placement as well. Then talking about the fee structure when it compared to other universities and other states, the fee structure is little higher than other states, because we are offering different kind of exposure to, we are getting international conferences, we are getting community outreach programs. So the fee structure for the almost 3 years is 3,30,000, which is little higher than the government B.Ed programs. That is another thing. Then if you guys have any doubt in education, you can drop a message in chat box, or we can have a conversation at the end of the session. Then I think I have covered all the topics. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Fida. Yeah, if anyone have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. We'll answer it in the end of the session. Okay, now next we have Ghazal Aisha from Psychology Department. I welcome Ghazal Aisha.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, fine. You're audible.
So, like, before I start, can I know who all has applied for MA Applied Psychology? Can you just raise? Can the host allow me to share the screen, please? Suraifa, who is the host?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay, so I am Ghazal Aisha, and I'm studying in second semester here. And the course name is MA in Applied Psychology, Clinical and Counseling Practice. So it's a very common misconception that for becoming a clinical psychologist, you need to learn MSc, but that's not true. With this course also, you can become a clinical psychologist as well as a counselor. It is necessary that you are thorough with what all is there in the TISS website. So we'll have a look at that. So the school is School of Human Ecology, and you have to be thorough with all that is there in the description. This is a 2-year course, and the first semester there is a foundation course, counseling process and micro skills 1 and 2, approaches to psychotherapy and counseling 1, introduction to research methodology, understanding psychological problems 1, human growth and development, preparation for clinical and counseling field practice. And it's a total and there is the total credit is 22. And understanding second semester we have UPP2, approaches to psychotherapy 2, statistics and data analysis, psychotherapy assessment and diagnosis, research project. We'll be starting that at semester 2, and field practicum. So in field practicum, we are going 2 days in a week, one NGO or community setting and one clinical setting. And we also have CBSE selectives, in which you have a list of courses. You can select 2 of them, and a total of 19 credits are there for second semester. In third semester, we have psychological assessment and diagnosis 2, approaches to psychotherapy and counseling 3, community mental health, qualitative data analysis, ethics in clinical and counseling practice. You'll also get to choose discipline electives in both third and fourth semester. Field practicum 2 and research project at the continuation of semester 2, with a total of 20 credits. And in fourth semester, we have, as I said, discipline electives, research project, field practicum, and internship. The course ends with an internship and a total credit of 9. And the whole 2-year course is 70 credits. Fee structure, we have 1.59 for the whole course. Yeah. So this course addresses the shortage of mental health professionals in India since its launch in 2009. Following the Boulder model, it combines research and practice, adopting a developmental and contextual approach. The curriculum focuses on diverse sociocultural contexts, aiming to equip learners for assessments and interventions with a primary prevention and therapeutic focus. It provides a base for counseling as well as clinical practice. Research is integrated throughout the course with supervision provided by professionals. Disciplinary electives in the third and fourth semester allow students to specialize in a variety of areas of their choice. The program culminates in a research project and internship, emphasizing a seamless blend of theory and practice, ultimately producing practitioners with a solid theoretical foundation and practical skills for the field. So compared to other institutes in the whole of India, from my research, what I have understood is that for psychology, TISS gives the most of practice, like hand-on practice, practical experience, which is very important for psychology. And the eligibility for this course, so candidates have completed full-time BA or BSc honors in psychology in regular mode, and candidates have completed full-time BSc General with a minimum of 3 papers in psychology in regular mode. So you can see this is a bit strict compared to other courses in TISS. Candidates who have completed any bachelor's degree with a recognized university and have completed a university recognized 1 year part-time, full-time postgraduate diploma in counseling, fulfilling the UGC criterion of a minimum of 40 credits. And then coming to the CUET paper pattern, the question paper will have 75 questions. Duration of exam would be of 105 minutes. So there's almost 1 minute for each question. 4 marks would be awarded for each correct answer and 1 mark will be deducted for each wrong answer. All questions will be based on subject-specific knowledge. All questions are compulsory. The questions will be bilingual. Syllabus, these are the syllabus, which you can also find in the website of CUET. If you have any questions, you can ask at the end in the chat box. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ghazal. We can answer the questions at the end of the session. So let's move to next person. We have Nasha Munir. She'll be talking about disaster management. She's pursuing MA Disaster Management in Mumbai campus. I welcome Nasha Munir.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
So now, Gupta, Ghazal, and Vida has given a great overview of their courses, and also Gupta has given about the overall TISS. So I have been asked to talk about my subject, which is disaster management. So I'm Nasha. I'm pursuing my second semester in disaster management, MA MSc disaster management. So from the name, you'll be so confused. So why it is so MA bar MSc. So actually, it's a course. It's a single course. You don't have different classes for the same. It is a single course. It's divided into MA or MSc on the basis of the certificate you'll be getting after the course. Like I'm a science graduate. I was a graduate of chemistry in my degree. So I'll be getting an MSc certificate after my my graduation for the disaster management. So about the course, the TISS is the first institution to establish disaster management in India 2006. So disaster management is the first course in from TISS. So it has still taken up its legacy in its academics and excellency till now. It has a super faculties and other every facilities in the school. So under my school, the slide is not about the disaster management actually. So under my school, that is Jamshedji Tata School of Disaster Studies, there is actually only one course, which is MA/MSc Disaster Management, which is a 2 year course. And other certification self-financed courses are there in the website, but it's not actually done here as of my knowledge. So like I think people who have been signed into the course, certified course, they will be taught with together, like in my class only. And after 1 year, it's a 1 year course actually, the certification course, like that is Masters in Disaster Informatics and Geospatial Technologies and other program in disaster and climate risk assessment for sustainability. So these are 1 year course, and I think they don't have specific different classes as of my knowledge currently. So mainly there is one course, 2 year course, that is MA/MSc Disaster Management, and eligibility criteria is a degree, like that is in any of the bachelor studies. So actually, talking about the course, it's a really interdisciplinary one, because in my class you can see people from engineer background, architects, and chemistry, like and some things like science background, arts background, commerce. Like it's really coming from every subject. So it's not about you can only apply if you're having a background in geography or some like geospatial technologies and all. So it's not like that. You'll have a small base if you're coming from geography at the first semester, but then you all will be equally done in the course. So in the course is divided into 2 years, which is having 4 semesters. And in these 4 semesters, we'll be having a blend of internship, field work, mainly field work, internships, and you have to submit a dissertation at the end of the course. So yeah, fieldwork is the main thing. Talking about disaster management, we'll have 3 sets of fieldwork, 2 sets in your first semester and 1 block fieldwork in your second semester, which I'm going to go in the coming week. So in the first semester, you'll be going to the urban fieldwork and as well as the rural fieldwork. So this gives you really an overview of what you are studying, what is the course really trying to tell. It's not just about how you are maintaining or how you're managing disaster. You are learning the different aspects of disaster in this course. So you can see the syllabus, I think, in the website. I'm not going deep into it. And other things like about the placement. So yeah, DM is having a good placement cell. So currently the placement for my senior batch is going on. And that is it about the fees. So we currently for the first semester you'll be having 36,500. Then second semester it will be just decreased to 26,500. Then fourth semester, third and fourth, it will be like according to that only, but total will be giving around 2 lakhs. So basically you have like this is having a high set of fee structure, but so if you're meeting, as Jipsa said, if you're meeting the eligibility criteria of other student aids, upfront aids, there are a lot of aids and scholarships provided by TISS and other organizations as well. You can also apply for that. So that's about the course in DM. Thank you. All the best. If you have any questions, you can just keep here, or I can give my number also.
Okay, thank you, Nisha. We'll move to next speaker. We have Nayana. She'll be talking about environment and climate change and sustainability studies. I welcome Nayana.
Hi everyone. I guess I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Sorry for the background. This is a different background. And yeah, I'm currently pursuing my PG in Environment, Climate Change and Sustainability Studies. This course comes under the School of Habitat Studies. So this School of Habitat Studies currently has 3 courses. environment, climate change and sustainability studies, which is my course, and then regulatory policy and governance. Then after that, water policy and governance. It had urban policy and governance till this year, and then the school has decided to come up with another course for the next year, which will be a dual degree course, and then exchange to the foreign university will also be there. So that course is not there. To talk about these three courses, for the first semester, three courses will be having kind of similar curriculum. We'll be having classes together, and then from the second semester onwards, we'll be dealing with the particular specializations. So right now, I'm having class with my own classmates. I have 21 other classmates. So the intake is really less comparing to the other courses. So the whole School of Habitat Studies will be having an intake around 80, which is for three courses. And yeah, in the first semester, and to talk about this course, it's a bit of an interdisciplinary course. We will be dealing with lots of subjects, but I can say that we'll be becoming the jack of all trades, but the master of none. We'll be dealing with a lot of courses, but then we will not be learning any course in that much depth. But it will be equipping you with in the corporate sector and everywhere, and then the climate change sector to be specific. So the first semester we'll be dealing with economics, public policy, and sustainability and everything. And then the detailed course structure and credits and other courses will be mentioned in the website. I think those who have applied for this course, I mean, they have already searched the website, I guess. And then this course is having a special focus on climate change, sustainability, and then related subject. We'll be dealing with green economy. We'll be dealing with climate modeling, climate science, and related subjects. We'll be learning some softwares also. We'll be dealing with GIS and everything in this course. And while talking about the fee structure, it's the three courses, they're having kind of similar fee structure. It's around 1,30,000. And then the other expenses are out of this. Yeah, and then while talking about the field work, we'll be having two fieldwork, one urban fieldwork, which will be in the end of first semester, and then one rural fieldwork, which will be in the end of third semester. And then for regulatory policy and governance, they'll be having a compulsory non-credited internship after the end of second semester. And me and my classmates, our seniors have done internships after the end of second semester, which is non-credited and it's not compulsory at all. If you want to do an internship, you can do internship in the similar sector, which will be equipping you for the further practices for the job and everything. And yeah, and while talking about the eligibility criteria, people who are having any bachelor's degree will be able to apply for this course. But from this year onwards, because of CUET, the course, like the syllabus of this exam is a bit oriented towards the science field. So the people who are having BA degree or BCom degree, they'll be having to little bit more thorough with the science concepts and everything. And then after that, you will be having to fill a detailed application form. And then after that, you will be appearing for a personal interview. So in the detailed application form, whatever things you are filling, you'll have to be very thorough with that so that you can answer the questions which is coming for the interview part. And then the interview, there is this extempore part. For extempore, you'll be getting topics related to climate change, sustainability, and then IPCC, UNFCCC, they're related to this field only. You'll have to have a thorough understanding of all these topics. Yeah. And then this course is not that hectic. Like three of these courses, this is not that hectic. You will be getting free times. But then the thing I have to say is like this course is as good as you are. If you are working so hard and then you're learning a lot of things outside of this curriculum and everything, you can actually build your own future better. And then this course is it's fine. You can you won't be feeling that much hectic. You will be getting free time. You can do your like other works, like what can I say, your extracurricular activities, everything you can go. I mean, you can keep along with the scores. And then yeah, to talk about the placement, this course is like it's known for it's actually having a pretty good placement. Till the previous year, the placement thing was like going pretty well, and then this year the placement it hasn't started like fully fledged. It's still starting. I think my seniors will be getting placed in March. Like, yeah. And then the previous year, among all these courses, RPG got the highest package. And yeah, that's about it. And if you have any queries and later things, you can ask in the Q&A session. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Nana. Okay, let's move to our next speaker. We have Avani Gogul. She'll be talking about development studies.
Hi everyone, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So since we've been here for a while now, I won't take too much of your time. I'll just go through the course details and maybe my insights very quickly. So as it's visible on the screen, yeah, my course is Development Studies, and this comes under the School of Development Studies. And currently, it's offered just in the Mumbai campus. Earlier, it was also available in Guwahati and Hyderabad campuses, but I think from this year on, I mean from your own, the course will be exclusive for Mumbai campus for the School of Development Studies. The school has two courses, Masters of Arts in Development Studies and Masters of Arts in Women's Studies. So to speak generally about like both the courses, both of these courses are highly theoretical, very research oriented. Like the course structure has a very good portion of research methodology courses. Like in the first year, we have social research, design and applications. Then we have quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, and in the second year you go on to study advanced qualitative analysis, advanced quantitative analysis, and all of that. I don't think any other course has such a rich research methodology based course in TISS. This is because our dissertation is a very important part of our course. Out of the 64 credits that is allotted to this whole MA program that is spanned across 2 years, the dissertation itself carries 12 credits for MA in Development Studies. For Women's Studies, it's 8 credits, but for Development Studies, the dissertation, which is a thesis. So if you all don't know what a dissertation is, I mean, all of you must know, but to speak about it in a little detail, dissertation is the master's thesis that you submit at the end of the 2 years of your course, which would have which is the research work that you'll be doing during the course. You'll be selecting a topic, you'll be allotted to a guide, and then you will have to conduct thorough research to submit a document at the end of your course, which carries 12 credits. And so I think our whole research methodology based course is to equip you for this course. I mean, for the dissertation purpose. So as I was saying, the highlight of our course is basically our dissertation, because it's a 12 credit dissertation. I don't think any other development studies program or any other social sciences program in general in India does have a 12 credit dissertation. But apart from that, our course is also very placement oriented too. It has courses like project management, CSR, etc., which makes you which makes you equipped for the corporate sphere as well, and for research institutions, policy think tanks, all of that. So I'll come into detail about placements and other processes a little later. But right now I'll just I'll start talking about it from the beginning, like from the admission procedure itself. So from this year, as we all know, we'll be to get into the course, the school, or to get into development studies or women's studies, you will have to write CUET. So in CUET, I think the paper's name for development studies is HUQP06. And for this, for this paper, the syllabus is given in detail in the Samarth portal, and it has a lot of aspects. Like you have to have a general idea about different social science disciplines before you attempt the CUET paper for this course, which includes political science, economics, sociology, and theories of contemporary development, and all of that. This is because this course is highly interdisciplinary. The papers that we have in this course comes from a variety of fields across social sciences. So you will be learning a lot of things. You will be learning from all the disciplines, basically. Like in the first year, the papers that we have, one is state and democracy. So that is basically from political science. And we have philosophy of social justice. So we have philosophy. Then we have development economics, which is from economics. Then we have anthropology and development, that is from sociology. So whatever social science field you name it, you have to learn that in our course. So that's what I was talking about. Like the course is highly interdisciplinary. So we learn everything development. To speak about the course in a little detail, this course comes from the development discourse that emerged after the World War II. So basically what happened was like during decolonization, like we have started seeing countries as different. Like there are colonizers from the West, and then we have the colonized in the East. So all of these countries started emerging as different types of countries in terms of development. There are developed countries, and there are developing countries, and there are underdeveloped countries. So that discourses where the idea of the course actually comes from. So we are studying about development. We are studying about developing countries like India. We are studying about like the historical changes in the configuration of civil society, of state apparatus, and we are studying the impact that it has on developing societies like India. So that is why we have to learn all these aspects in order to be a master in development studies. So earlier I thought I'll take you through the program details, but now I think I'll just speak about it. Like you can go to the TISS website, and then there you can find all these course details, and it has, like, they have mentioned it very clearly and in detail. So after this webinar, please go through it. But here I'll just skim through it. Now, yeah, about the course, I've already talked about it being interdisciplinary. I've already talked about the research methodology aspect of it. And yeah, one thing about this course, which is different from all the other courses in TISS, is the lack of fieldwork component in the course. I know it's funny because like TISS is known for its fieldwork component, but our course does not, I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, it does not have the fieldwork component. It's highly theoretical. Like all of the 64 credits is for the theoretical stuff that you learn. There might be application level softwares and everything that you study, but at the same time, that's all basically theory, because you're not practically going to the field and applying it. That might be a drawback of this course, because in Hyderabad, the development studies course had a fieldwork component, which is not offered in Mumbai. Although some of the professors, like during their courses, they take up their own initiative and ask us to go to the field to apply and like create fieldwork reports, or maybe apply the theories that you learned there. But it is not as extensive as other courses in our field, because other courses have these block fieldworks, these like systematic fieldworks that you have to go every week or for a whole month or something. But ours is just for the namesake if a professor wishes. We had this course, environment, climate change and sustainability, in which our professor wanted us to do fieldworks, and we were allotted to different organizations, and we did a fieldwork just for the sake of it. And we had to submit a report, but that's not a big part of the course. So it depends on people. Like if a person is really interested in working on field, like if they want to go to if they want to immerse in the field and apply things, all of that, then this might not be a course for you, because this course is highly theoretical. And there's a funny thing that people say, because the fourth floor of our library, the reading room, is always occupied by development study students, because all we have to do is like learn from the theory. We have these a hell lot of readings that we have to do in the first year. So our life is basically in the library, not on the field. So that is one thing. So if you are a person who likes like desk work and everything, then works out very well for you. But if you really want to go to the field, then maybe not, this course might not be good for you. But in women's studies, there is a 1 month field work at the end of the first year. So that is different, but I can't say about it for sure because I'm doing development studies. So anyway, yeah, so that is basically about the course. It is very rigorous. It is very hectic as well in the first year, but in the second year, it becomes a little more chill because you only have 3 papers in the last semester and you have to allot all your time for your dissertation. Anyway, now coming to the placements, our development studies placement cell works pretty well. We have had good placements in the past, and this year we have been seeing exceptionally well, like exceptionally good placements for our batch. Like I'm in second year, and most like half of our classmates are placed in very good organizations. So the placements are for different sectors. Basically, like yeah, you have for in the corporate sector, you have ESG and social impact consulting. Like if you are looking at consulting, there is ESG consulting, and then there is social impact consulting, like firms that come to recruit in our campus. So ESG is environment, social governance. So for all these companies, they have these certain rules, some certain degrees of adherence that they have to comply on, in order to in order to look good in front of investors and everything. So they do all these CSR activities, all these environment related activities that they do in order to be good, like according to the government rules. So there are these ESG frameworks, there are these CSR frameworks that you have to adhere to by rule. So for that, companies have ESG sections, like ESG sections in which people from our course are employed. So for ESG consulting firms mainly recruit from our course for ESG and social impact consulting. For social impact consulting, Deloitte has come to our campus, and then for ESG, many organizations like KPMG, Unicus, all of them had placed our students. And then in corporate itself, like specifically in CSR also, like major firms will have a CSR wing within their organizational structure. So in CSR also, our candidates have been placed, and then we have research institutions. So since I was talking about how good our research knowledge is, we have a lot of research organizations who come for placements, and then we have think tanks, we have policy firms, all of who recruit from the course. Yeah, and and other thing that I have to talk about this course is the exchange program. So this course plus I think UPG and RPG. UPG is Urban Policy and Governance, and Regulatory Policy and Governance. All these courses are eligible for an exchange program with Sciences Po in Paris and Lille. So in the second year, basically in the third semester, you can go for an exchange semester in France to study, like to merge with their development program. So like from all campuses of TISS, 4 students, like total 4 students get that opportunity. So development studies is a course which is eligible to apply for that exchange program. So that is the perk of this course. And yeah, that's basically it. And apart from placements, the other scope would obviously be research. You can apply for PhD in universities in India and abroad. In India, you can do that through writing UGC net. And, hi. Am I interrupting something? I guess not. So I'll just conclude. Anyway, you can, yeah, as I was saying, you can apply for PhD in India and abroad. In India through UGC net, and abroad you can apply through their own portals. So that is a different thing. But anyway, I'm just saying that there is that opportunity as well. It's not just placements. A lot of our students also go for research for their doctoral degree as well. And then, yeah, that is basically it. And if I have to talk about the fee structure, it is 1,21,000 total for 2 years, which is 45,500 in first semester, 21,500 in second, 33,000 in the third, and 21,000 in the fourth. So this course, compared to some other courses, since we don't have the field work and the lab component, the fees are actually lower than other courses. So I would say the return of investment from this course is pretty good, because the placement packages are also usually above like 8 lakhs. Not, I won't say above 8, but the average of last year was 8 lakhs per annum. This year also, like, the highest package was 14 lakhs per annum. So that is actually quite good for a social science course. So yeah, that is basically it about development studies. So if you have any doubts, feel free to put it in the chat box and I'll take it up the end. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you, Avani. So next we have Iza Hassan from Media and Cultural Studies.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Hi, okay. I'll just quickly go through the course structure. Okay, so I am doing Media and Cultural Studies. I'm a second year student in Media and Cultural Studies. Basically, this course is very different from other media courses. So I'll just say that first. One thing is that most media courses are either journalism specific or they're filmmaking specific. The Media and Cultural course in TISS is a mix of all of it. So it does not focus especially on journalism or especially on filmmaking. It is broadly divided into 4 parts. Like I made this divisions in order to explain it clearly. It's broadly divided into 4 parts, out of which one is cultural studies. So in media and cultural studies, mostly people miss out on the cultural studies aspect. And basically what cultural studies does is it's a theory and social consciousness class, you can say. It deals with gender, caste, all of these social theories. It teaches you to look at cultural practices, also including media practices, also including filmmaking, all of this through a very critical perspective. That's what cultural studies does, and that is only there in the first year. You have cultural studies in the first year. That's one. Then we have media theory and film studies, which is not practical. It deals with media studies, media theories that has to do with media and film studies. You have film appreciation, you do classes on film reading, like you learn how to, the whole process of seeing and consuming films. So theory is related to that. Then you have documentary filmmaking, music videos and PSAs. That's what you learn in praxis. Like it has nothing to do with mainstream filmmaking. We only learn documentary filmmaking. That's one important aspect. And we also learn how to make music videos and PSAs, public service announcements. Then the last one is journalism. We have a journalism practice class, and we also have podcast making. So these are the broadly 4 categories. So one thing I'd like to say is, if you're looking for technical specific courses where they teach you to learn production, film production, especially films, mainstream filmmaking practices, then this course is not the right pick, because this course is, again, it's a very interdisciplinary course. It is a mix of theory and praxis, and more so deals with how to make instead of it deals with like what to make. It deals with how to engage with this filmmaking process instead of just learning the process of just shooting and post-production and pre-production. It's not just focused on that. So if you're looking for journalism specific courses, then it's better to look at Jamia and all of these other institutes which mainly focus on this. So that's the course structure. And the course requirements are, in the end, in the 4th semester, you have to give one dissertation, which is only of 4 credits. That is, I think this is the only course with like dissertation which has 4 credits, because you also have a documentary. So there's one dissertation of 4 credits and there's a documentary. This is a media project of 6 credits. This is your ending, like your course end submissions that you have to give. And in the dissertation, you will be, it's again like other courses only, you will be assigned a guide. You will choose a guide. Actually, Media and Cultural Studies department is much more flexible in that sense. You don't have specific fixed topics to work on, because since this is a very interdisciplinary course, because it has to do with cultural studies and all, you can work your way around your dissertation topic and all of that. And your guides are also pretty chill. You can choose which guide you want, and yeah, that's pretty much how it works. And you will do your field work. Like, it's not necessarily a field work. If you're doing something on digital citizenship, for example, or any digital topic, then your field work will also be pretty much be online. You can look at textual analysis online and things like that. So it's a very flexible process when it comes to your dissertation and research. And the documentary, so in third semester we have a short documentary, which is your warm up to your fourth semester long documentary, which is your final media project submission. But keep in mind, these are all documentary films. You do not learn, you don't go through a rigorous process of learning how to make films, because these are all documentaries that we're learning to make. So we'll mostly be dealing with theory and dealing with how to see and how to consume and all of that. Then the placements. So placements in media and culture are not at all like how it is in other departments. One is your basic institute placement cell, which is called the CDFC, where you can apply for jobs in like CSRs and as brand managers and development sector research. But these placements are not like 100% guaranteed at all. Then there is and another common job is communication manager positions that you get in NGOs. In my opinion, this course would fit best if you're looking for academia, if you're looking to contribute in academia and in higher studies like PhD in India or abroad, then this course fits a lot. And the other job options where this course fits is if you're looking into journalism, like social media journalism, or if you want to work in advocacy organizations and yeah, advertising and all of that, then this course fits there. And then of course filmmaking, but with the focus on documentary filmmaking. I just want to like highlight on the fact that very few alumni in from our course has worked in mainstream filmmaking. Very rarely do they get into mainstream filmmaking. So yeah, that's about placements. And now this year the fees is increased also. It is increased up to I think 1,85,000. So that's another thing to consider while choosing this course, is that you also have like accommodation and rent in Bombay, which is very high. It's like it's over the roof. So that's also one thing to consider. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about the course. If there's any questions, I'll take them in the end, if this is the end.
Yeah, thank you, Isa. If anybody has any questions, you can ask by unmuting or you can drop it in the chat box.